All right. And take two. Ladies and gentlemen, I made a big faux pas. It's Friday. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Larry K on the StreamYard has Larry and Logic. He does a lot of projects, Larry K does. And so instead of putting the destination, when you do StreamYard, you have to put the destinations that you want this stuff to air on. So instead of airing the first episode that I pre-recorded with my man Ty Bliss, instead of putting it on the Phin-Addict Fury fam, I accidentally put it on Larry and Logic, which his fans are the Larry and Logic fans are gonna get like a kind of a remix, if you will. But anyway, listen, this is take two. I am be blessed, no pun intended, to be joined by the man who created this awesome theme song that you're about to hear. So no further ado, man. Let's get this show started for the second time. And you know they say things are better the second time around, right? So I'll be back.
Shake, 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 yeah. Shake, 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 shake. Shake money in the place. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender was shaking his friends. We gonna talk about the Fins again. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender was shaking his friends. We gonna talk about the Fins again. Is you a fan or a troll? Are you trying to wish us good? Trying to take control, bringing problems to the hood. What takes your soul? Miami Dolphins bring the wood. Super Bowl is the goal. Tyreek Hill. I'm trying to kick it with Shake. You gotta be a real fan. No pretenders and fakes. We're gonna open up the line. Come correct with your taste. If you step into us blind, we're gonna show you the way. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender was shaking his friends. We're gonna talk about the Fins again. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender was shaking his friends. We're gonna talk about the Fins again. Never want the season to end. Let's mix it up a little with gin. And I remember when I knew that the Dolphins would win. Yeah, rockin' with Shake, rockin' with Shake. Let's go. I never want the season to end. Never. Mix it up a little with gin. That's right. Pass it off to one of my friends. Yeah, rockin' with Shake, rockin' with Shake. Larry K. What up? Phin-Addicts. TFTG. The tailgate. Miami Dolphins, baby. What up, Lou? Shake money. Crypto. Check it. Me? Ty bless y'all. Miami Dolphins #1. And we out. Miami Dolphins football, the greatest football team. We push the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. Respect us.
Actually, S. Harris, you're early, man. It was me that was late. Like I said, when I put the StreamYard, this show, I put it on the wrong channel. Instead of putting it on the Phin-Addict Fury YouTube channel, I put it on the Larry and Logic YouTube channel. So the episode that I was recording, people on this channel couldn't see. People on Twitter could see it, but not the people in YouTube. So long story short, I fucked up. Anyway, thank you, though. I appreciate you for coming through. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Listen, this show has come a long way. If you join the membership, just $2, you could see the pilot episode, the very first, before we even, as we thought, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, check me out. So I wanted to do a theme song, you know what I'm saying? Because look, this is, by the way, hit the like and subscribe button. Subscribe if you are new, and trust me, let's get to 4K before the season. I mean 2K before the season starts, man. We're doing big things over on this channel, but I thought I needed a theme song, and I figured I had my man Ty Bless from the Dolphins Den Facebook page. I met him on as a matter of fact, shout out to my man Tory Day, who introduced us. Because he's like, hey, I want to see you interview this gentleman that I'm about to introduce. So, with no further ado, thank to the man behind the mic, my main man, my brother from another man, Mr. Ty Bless. What's going on, Ty Bless? What's going on?
What up, Shake Money? Peace, yo. What's going on?
Welcome to the program, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. What's goody?
So, what went behind making the song that you made? How long did it take, and what went behind it, making this track?
It took a couple of days, man. I had to I guess, fall back because originally I was gonna do the Ahmad version with the same music. You know what I mean?
Love TKO.
Yeah. Basically, Love TKO sample with my man Teddy Pendergrass and shit. But I couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? You was like, copyright strike. I said, all right. So I dug in the crates, got a beat that my man DJ IQ had bumped together for me back in the days. And I rocked over that one instead. You know what I mean? It was, and it was easy because I'm always around you guys. I know how you get down. I know how the tailgate goes. I know how Larry K goes. Being that we were both admins in the Dolphin Den. I stepped away from the Dolphin Den because there was certain how the Dolphin Den, if people don't know, is liberal for people to hate on the Dolphin.
Yeah,
so that's basically what that group is. Like they have the carte blanche. Put like this: it's about freedom of speech. You want to shit on the Dolphins? Go ahead. Nobody's gonna ban you for it. It's that group. And being that I'm a fan purist in every sense of the word, I didn't understand how that worked, and eventually it got to me. I couldn't deal with it no more.
My man Scott Jackson in the building. What's going on, Scott Jackson?
Tory Day's a dope dude. You know what I'm saying? I see what he's doing.
Yeah, he is. But, he lives all the way in Buffalo, man.
Yeah, it's that Buffalo energy. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. It's like, it was just one thing after another, and I'm too busy for that. I got other shit I have to do. I was getting too involved. I got other things I have to do. You know what I mean? But if you're like somebody who isn't happy with the direction of I guess the organization, that's the place for you. You know what I mean? You can really get it in uninterrupted there. You know what I mean?
So before we get into the brass tacks, how you became a Dolphin fan, I want to talk about the MetLife takeover and what it means to you, and being that you're from the East Coast originally.
The MetLife takeover is dope because first, when you're a Dolphin fan in New York City, it's like people looking at you like you crazy. Like, what's up with this dude? Like, why are you rocking that orange and aqua? Like, and I've been doing this since I was in junior high school. Before that, you know what I mean? Like, I always was attracted to the colors of the Dolphins, and then which rock I like them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my father was a Jet fan, and what happened was, being in New York, anybody who knows can tell you, the Jets used to play in Shea Stadium with the Mets, and the Giants used to play in Yankee Stadium with the Yankees. Right? They both moved to New Jersey. So, as New Yorkers, we seen the politics get played up, and then when the Giants won the Super Bowl, they weren't allowed to have their parade in New York because they was playing in New Jersey. So we basically lost our teams. The only real New York team became the Buffalo Bills. So and then how you have the rivalry with your dad. My dad's a Jet fan, and one time I think it was it came down to the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. Remember that game?
Which one?
It's the AFC Championship game against the Patriots to go play the Bears.
Okay, yeah.
I had a bike on the line for that game. I got my first bike stolen, so I wanted another one. My dad said, if your Dolphins beat these Patriots, you know what I mean? They go to the Super Bowl, I'll buy it for you. We lost, and he didn't buy it for me.
Damn.
Yeah, he didn't buy it for me. Yeah, but you know what? It made me love the Dolphins even more. So, you know what I mean? It made me love them even more. And I went and got a job at a synagogue. My boy's grandfather was a supervisor over there, so we used to go over there, and I used to work over there, coat check and stuff during the high holidays. And I bought my own bike.
I bet you must have hated around the Jimmy Johnson era because Jimmy Johnson had a losing record against the Jets. I don't think he ever beat the Jets.
I love Jimmy Johnson though because of Hurricanes.
Okay, no doubt.
He
can't be perfect.
I was jealous when he became the Cowboy coach. I was jealous of him.
But yeah, he was. I don't think he ever beat the Jets.
Yeah, and we lost Jason Taylor too to them, and I didn't like that either.
And he made it to the AFC Championship with him too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's what was your greatest memory as far as MetLife Takeover?
As far as what?
MetLife Takeover.
MetLife
Being in the
Takeover?
MetLife Takeover. Being in an actual facility.
All of them. All of them. Every single one has been high quality fan shit, like amazing fan, like, you know what I mean? Like fellowshipping. Feel me? Like heavy. Going to Slattery's the night before, the party the night before. You know what I'm saying? The music is crazy, the drinks is crazy, the food is good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Solo D's there.
So, you know what I mean? The Solo D shows up, and I mean, and he rips it down, and that's my dude, so I'm right next to him, and he's, you know what I'm saying, he's pushing me, we moshing, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. It's the best thing that ever happened as far as being a Dolphin fan, because when you feel alone. So when the takeover comes, it's like, my people's here. I felt bigger. It makes me feel like a giant, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's crazy.
And you say you're there like section 305?
Section 305 in the stadium. That's where we sit.
That's what's up. I'm saying, like,
it's all Dolphins fans in section 305.
What was your number one memory be? Like, for instance, the one memory that if you had to pick from the library, what would it be?
From out of those days?
Mm-hmm.
Rocking at Slattery's with Solo D, you know, just being right next to him, going crazy. Everybody singing the song. Jets up, Jets up, Jets up, Jets. All those shits. You know what I mean?
What about that? Did you say you saw a pass from Tua?
Which one?
The pass from Tua, you said, was another one.
What you talking about? Which part of
the pass from Tua, the 50-yard pass from Tua?
Oh, during the game. Yeah, during the game, definitely. The pass from Tua, definitely during the games. Or getting crazy, getting edibles for my man Tom O'Hara. And I got so wrecked that I was sitting in the section holding my seat, feeling like I was in the roller coaster. I was like bad paranoid and shit. It was wild. The parties. You gotta be careful.
What would you tell the fans like me who you know? What would you recommend the fans to go and what advice would you give them for the first timers?
I feel like going to an away game with your crew, with that crew like that, is a pilgrimage that you're missing out if you don't do it at least once. I brought my boy Nelson, who don't even like football, right? Became a Dolphin fan that day because of that, because he came to the MetLife Takeover. You know what I mean? Like, it's that powerful. The influence is that powerful. It's that much fun. You know what I'm saying? You see Dolph Freaky walking around and everything. It's crazy, son. You know what I mean? It's nuts.
Yeah, man. So, you got Larry K from Jersey. You got Phin-Sanity 5 from Jersey. There's a lot of people from, you know, is there a lot of Dolphin fans? I hear even Mace, this is a guy he's a Dolphins content creator. He's from New York. He said there's a lot of Dolphin fans in Jersey.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're out there. They're scattered out there. You know what I mean? But most of the people in Jersey, they're usually Giant or Jet fans, though. A lot of them. But some of them, if you go South Jersey, you see a lot of Philly fans. You know what I mean? As you get closer to Cherry Hill and those regions over there and stuff. But we rock out, man. It's dope. When you're in New York, you kind of alone. There ain't that many Dolphin fans in New York.
Yeah. You got the DDW too. Don't forget DDW. He's also from Jersey. Yeah. Ugly Do Wrong. You know. Yeah. And of course, unfortunately for my man Tory Day, he lives in Buffalo. I think he's the only smart resident in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got Buffalo. Yeah. I think between the whole city, I think they share like a brain. But that's neither here nor there. Now, being that you're from the East Coast and that your dad's a Jets fan, what made you a Dolphin fan?
It was just the Dolphins, the colors, Marino. You know, I really didn't like. I grew up a baseball fan. I love baseball. I grew up playing baseball, loving. I grew up like, you know, and it was always a kind of a rivalry. My father was a Met fan. So, because the same year he arrived in New York, they became a franchise. So, you know what I mean? He became a Met fan. I wanted my own thing. I wanted to pick my own team. And he would punish. Sometimes he would send me in the room. I'd be punished in my room up in Lexington houses in New York, in Manhattan. I lived on the 11th floor on the top of a hill, though. So when I looked out my window, I could see the top of Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? I could see the lights were on, and I knew. So that's how I knew the Yankees were playing. You know what I mean? So I picked. I became a Yankee fan. Later on, I wanted to play baseball all day. Wintertime, I wanted to play baseball. But then when I saw Dan Marino play, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I saw him play, it was just something. Just was like, I want to see that. I want to play like that. I became a football freak since that moment.
Ryan AP, what's going on, man? But yeah, look, a lot of people don't realize, man, how everybody that, like, we have the name Two in Years. There's a lot of people that became Dolphin fans because of the newer Dolphin fans. There's a lot of newer Dolphin fans because of Tua Tagovailoa. But how did you become a Dolphin fan of one player? Well, Dan Marino made a lot of Dolphin fans worldwide.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? So and so I don't see the difference. I know people may, of course, you know what I'm saying. Hell yeah. So what do you think? What do you say to the new? Do you think if Tua doesn't move on, you think how many of those Tua fans are leaving, or how many you think are staying?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people look at me and think that I'm like one of those people. I don't like Alabama, bro. I'm a Hurricane fan. You know what I mean? I don't like George Teague. Fuck George Teague, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Fuck David Palmer. I mean, I remember those games when we lost titles to them. Like, but Tua is on the Dolphins now. Like, and I've watched us suffer through quarterback hell over the last 20 years. Like, what the fuck? We got somebody who's adequate now. He might not be the greatest in the world, but he's adequate. You know what I mean? And he could be a winner. He's been a winner 4 years straight, right? What's the problem? Mm-hmm. You know? So
what do you think about the stigma that hides behind him that he can't win the big games?
That got nothing to do with him. That got to do with us as a team. I think those are for the misinformed people who've been putting up different goalposts every year, saying that Tua can't do this, he knocks that one down. Tua can't do that, he knocks that down. He can't play a whole season, he knocks that one down. Oh, now he can't win. We all lost those games. We had 28 players on the injured list by the end of the year. We had 30 different offensive line combinations last year. Tyreek Hill, after the Philly game when he almost got his ankle snapped, dropped a pass every single game all the way down the stretch that was important and clutch. Like, Tua didn't play great, but he didn't play like a scrub either. He did, you know what I mean? The whole, everything broke down at the end of the year. So eventually, and also they never talk about how the fact that out of those 5 games, right, against 1 and 5 against bad teams, 4 of those games are on the road, bro. On the road. You know what I mean? You ask for a lot. Put it together. Tell the truth. On the road.
So being that said,
Super Bowl contenders.
With that being said, what do you give last year's season grade, or last season grade? It's a 2-part question.
Last season's grade, I give it a B plus because it was so entertaining to watch. But we knew going in, if people be having these unrealistic expectations. Yes, the roster we could have went to the Super Bowl and won because it was a down year for the Chiefs, being honest, right? We could have done it. But at the same time, we knew we didn't have any depth. We had to stay healthy. We knew we didn't have any depth. We knew that. You know what I mean? It was top heavy. It was a top heavy team, and we didn't have any depth. This year, though, I mean, sometimes you got to give away the bigger parts and get smaller parts, and they fit together better. And I think that's what we did this year.
By the way, the Hudson River, that's where the Buffalo Bills swim, right?
The Hudson River? Nah, yeah. I don't know about that. The Hudson River goes all the way up through New York. It does.
But at any rate, so this is a unique question for you. Now, if last year's season was an album, what would you call it? A hip hop album? What would you title it?
Last season was a hip hop album. I call it Upstarts. The Upstarts.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
why would you call it that?
Because
Come on,
that means we're starting to realize we're a perennial playoff team now. That we should now the expectations that we have is not just to make the playoffs; it's to win in the playoffs. So we're the upstart.
Okay, what was your every album, at least back when I was growing up, we were growing up. Every album had 3 singles. You know, you had Tupac, "How Do You Want It,"
Right.
"California Love," and I forgot and every other video. That we're talking about. I see the same. Yeah, so those are the 3 singles, right? What were the 3 singles of last year's be? What was last 3?
The first single is gonna be called "Blowhole." You know what blowhole is?
Yeah.
What's blowhole?
Where the dolphins breathe, right?
Yep. But what was the blowhole? Do you remember what the blowhole was?
Yeah, Denver game.
No, the blowhole was when we do. Anytime we do that motion that goes backwards away from the formation. That's the blowhole.
Right. The second one.
When they run full speed. The second one would be the second one would be A Chain. The A Train to the A Train to the A Chain when he changed his name on us and shit. But it was about early in the season, the middle of the season. It was about Devon A Chain and what he could do. So that'd be number.
And the last one.
The last season would be good but not good enough.
Oh man. But shout out to Michael Gay. This is kind of funny. He says he lives in Florida now, so I don't think he's been drinking from the Hudson. So let me ask you, all right. The draft came and went, right? If it was up to you, who would you have picked in the first round or did you like the first round draft pick?
I like Chop. I think there was an offensive tackle that he's a versatile offensive tackle. I forgot what school. I think was it Ohio State? I forgot his name, but he was there too. But I know how important it was to get a pass rusher with Phillips and Chubb being hurt. They got hurt late, man. I don't care what nobody say. They ain't gonna be ready. So we needed to get something. And Chop was always on the board. So I like it. I like the fact that he called his shot too after Verse went to the Rams. He was like, man, come on, man, it gotta be Miami. He's like, I don't want to go. The next team, he was like, yo, I hope the Bears pick a corner. Oh, this person pick a corner. I want to go to Miami, and I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like people who want to be here. You know what I'm saying? That's invigorating. I've seen players shit on us before that didn't want to be here. So.
Man, apparently Michael K is eating some bad fish because he does Friday fish fries. Stay away from the bad fish, Mike. But anyway, listen. That's neither here nor there. But who do you think? Who was your favorite pick from that draft? And who do you think will stick out the most?
Muhammad Kamara.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I seen Alan Poupart said that when he did the presser, he reminded a lot of Brian Cox. He gave him that Brian Cox vibe.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. And a lot of people had him rated right in front of Chop. So we got both of them. We came off, yo. That was a good draft, yo. That was a good draft. I'm not mad at them at all. I'm not.
How often do you so what do you think of the Shaq Barrett? So now we have some good edge rushers like Shaq Barrett.
We're gonna be 5 deep at least.
Yeah,
that's
no doubt.
Good.
To start the season, it's gonna be either Alvin. It's gonna be Kamara. It's either gonna be the 2 rookies and Shaq Barrett holding down the edge.
Yo, Aqua signed with somebody yet?
No, he hasn't signed nobody yet. And we still got 18 million. Remember, we still got $18 million coming to us June 1st.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody
And,
said Calais Campbell, but Agba's there too. So I'm saying
Calais Campbell, yeah. The schedule is going to be. I thought it was going to be released this Thursday, but apparently not. It's going to be released Wednesday, right? Who do you want as your first opponent?
I wanted to be at home. That's all I care about. They dissed us last year and gave us one home game in September. I want 3 home games in September this year. And I don't care who we play. We beating them. You can bring Pat Mahomes. You know who I don't want to play? I don't want to play the Ravens with Derrick Henry. That's what I don't want to play. That's going to be nuts. We play the Niners this year, man. At home.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want that to be the first game. Come on, man. So honestly, who else we got? We play the Niners, and then we play the We play the NFC North, right?
Mm-hmm.
We play the NFC North, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us Caleb. Yeah, give us Caleb Williams first game. I want to see them with his 3 wide receivers. You see his 3 wide receivers set?
So, and who do you want for the last? Which division opponent do you want as the last for the last game?
The Jets with Aaron Rodgers.
MetLife takeover because it's gonna be because usually the last game is like every year they alternate the last game between home and away, so it'll probably be
the Jets.
It will probably be whatchamacallit. It will probably be another MetLife takeover at the end with Aaron Rodgers, kind of like with Brett Favre. So let me ask you this question: so, what division opponent do you think got stronger this offseason? Which one do you think is gonna?
The Jets.
The Jets.
They worked on the line a lot, and that's smart. They got a couple of more running backs to go behind Brees. That was smart. They did the things that we did. Like we got stronger where we were already strong, and I think the Jets did a pretty good job doing what they did this year. You know,
and the offensive line too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they fixed it. You know what I mean? I said they're gonna be all right. Remember, their defense is gonna be crazy. Their defense was crazy already last year. They didn't have to do much. They're gonna get better because just by attrition they're gonna get better. There's a lot of young guys on that team, so we gotta watch the Jets carefully. Buffalo really took a hit this year. They're gonna need a step. They're gonna need a moment. I don't care how good people think Josh Allen was. People gotta remember who Josh Allen was before Diggs got there.
Mm-hmm. You don't think that he improved as a passer?
He definitely has. He improves as a field general. Period. He has improved as a field general. Period. But still, you need talent. Talent makes the difference. You know what I mean? He's gonna miss certain things he's gonna be more conservative. We're gonna see him be like how Pat Mahomes was last year. You know what I mean? Throwing it to Dalton Kincaid and Knox a lot. You know.
Not to mention, listen, Joe Brady is a hell of a play caller.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know who they stopping on the defense. It's gonna be interesting. No more Poyer, no more White, no more. You know what I'm saying? I think Michael Hyde's out in the street too. It'll be interesting.
You think we're gonna really extend Tua, or is this a Christian Wilkins situation where he feels like he earns top money?
No, they're building they're creating little Alabama around. You don't see that? We drafted another running back, another speed. We've created Alabama. We drafted 2 more wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 2 more wide receivers. We got Jonnu Smith. Everybody is yak crazy. This is the Tua system. They definitely paying that man. And it's part of the. None of it makes sense. Everything that they just did wouldn't make sense if they're not paying him. and they wouldn't work without to paying him because they're gonna need that space to sign Jalen Waddle, to sign Holland, to sign Phillips. I mean, to extend Tyreek Hill.
Well, restructure. I think they need a restructure because we got them for a while.
Nope,
but
they're gonna take that shit down to nothing and start all over. So just so it's better, so it's new money.
And being that Michael K brought it up, he's a former Bill. What do you think of the Josh Poyer signing?
The who?
The Poyer signing.
Oh, Poyer, dude, I love Poyer. I like, you know,
Joe, what's going on, brother?
I like, and again, this is me. He wanted to be here last year. I love it when the players want to be here. Something happens, you know what I'm saying? They get invigorated and they play harder. You know what I mean?
God damn, that's what's up. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, yeah, I think he's the perfect stopgap for the next year's draft because next year's draft, next year we're gonna have more money.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of 1-year deals because of that. So we're gonna go heavy into free agents, and then we're actually gonna have a lot of draft picks next year instead of having a handful.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yep. All the compensatory picks for the people that we lost. Those 3/3 we probably gonna get. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Raphael, what's going on?
And the creative cap space when we sign after X comes off and we sign Tua and extend Waddle, we're not gonna use it all. We're gonna carry some over to make sure we have some cap space for next year. So it's gonna be good. You know?
So besides the MetLife takeover, have you ever been to any other games, away games? Philly, Buffalo.
No. Just there. Only at the Hard Rock. Joe Robbie, pro player. I've been to all of those at the same.
Have you been to the new stadium or the Hard Rock? Have you been to the Hard Rock stadium?
Yeah, I've been to Hard Rock.
I tell you what, I was there last year, and it's a lot better with that canopy.
Yeah, it is. But it's a hot box though. It's a hot box.
Still, you don't have that sun beating down on you, which I think
it helps.
Plus.
It definitely helps. I got my father-in-law's house is right there, like right there in Miami Gardens, so I could walk there from there.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. So now I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. The Dolphins, if the Dolphins, you know how teams like the Raiders, Chargers went to other cities and still became the Chargers and the Raiders. If the Dolphins went to another city and was, let's say, the Austin Dolphins, would you still be a Dolphin fan?
I don't know. That's a great question, man. But why Austin?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Austin. It could be any other. You know, the reason I thought of Austin is because that's where the Buffalo owners threatened to send the Buffalo Bills if they didn't build them a new stadium.
Really, Austin, Texas? To be a fucking third Texas team? Oh man.
Yeah, I mean they are big enough to house 3 teams.
I guess they are, right? Yeah. I will have to see it. I will have to see it happen first.
It's kind of like you'll have to cross that bridge.
I don't think they would be allowed to take the Dolphins colors anywhere. I don't think the city of Miami would allow them to take it. They would have to get their own new colors like the Ravens had to do when they left Cleveland. So
yeah, they could do teal or you know what I'm saying, a variation.
No, you gotta leave that. That's all Miami shit, man. The sun. Come on, you can't bring that to Texas to Austin. Get out of here. No,
I'm not lying.
They're not near no
Buffalo did. Hold on, Buffalo did threaten to move to Austin, Texas. So you could eat another fish fry.
The Buffalo Bills in Austin. That makes it. The Austin Bills are cool. You know, they got Buffalo. You know, that's Texas. That's some cows. You know, that makes sense there. I can see that, but not the Dolphins.
What's going on?
Maybe San Diego can have the Dolphins. Yeah, the San Diego Dolphins. I bet. Yeah, let's go.
I'll send you the link I'll send you the link, Michael K. The reason I knew that, I knew about the Austin Bills going to Austin because Master at Work was posting out the links because Master at Work is a Bills Patriots fan, and he was trolling the Bills fans about it.
Master at Work is the master troll work.
I'll get that at another time, but so the fight song, the fight song after we score a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that song is outdated, or do you think it's time to revamp?
Nope, leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Nope, leave it alone. That's come on, man. Even when I'm playing Madden and shit, and I score a touchdown, I don't hear that the drums bringing it up. I want to hear that. That's tradition. That's tradition.
Yeah, it was the number. A lot of people don't dig into that song.
The Oilers bit.
Yeah. So what happened was the writer of that song wanted to be Miami, but they never bought it. So he sold that same song to the Houston Oilers. So he sold it to them. So it officially that's why it became the Houston Oilers. He originally wrote it from Miami. He didn't write it for Houston. So, money is money, man.
He was a thought. No, he was a thought for selling it to Houston.
Yeah, money's money, though.
Yeah, money's money. I get it. I understand the business. Miami Dolphins #1 though. Wow. The Houston Oilers don't exist no more. You see that they fighting over their colors, right? Because the University of Houston is using their colors. They're trying to put a cease and desist. The Titans are trying to put a cease and desist on them. They're like, get out of here. Those are some pretty colors, though. I can't front.
Oh man, so what are your on game day? What are your favorite game day foods that you like to prepare?
I don't prepare anything. But the wifey always goes in with the buffalo wings. The garlic parmesan ones, the buffalo ones, the honey barbecue ones, the lemon pepper joints. You know what I'm saying? Or with the garlic she'll make the ginger chicken egg rolls, empanadas with cheese in them. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Real South Florida style.
Yeah. Real dope.
That's what's up, man. And let's see. All right, we got the 5 top duos in the NFL, right? We got 5 duos. I'm gonna say you got Ricky and Ronnie, the Marx Brothers, Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Dwight Stevenson, Richmond Webb, and Sam Madison, Patrick Surtain. If you could only use one of those duos for next year's team, who would it be?
Wow. Okay. Woo. I can only use one. All right. So you said who's Sam Madison and who?
Patrick Surtain. We have who else? Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, the Ricky and Ronnie, and the Marx Brothers. And then don't forget Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor.
I'll use Zach and Jason. Easy. I mean, I love what we did by getting Brooks. Jordan Brooks is dope. He goes good with we need the depth. So I would not mind having Zach with us and Jason at the edge. Are you crazy? Him and Marino like that to me are my favorite Dolphins ever. Marino, you know what I mean? Like Ricky and Ronnie, we good with our running back situation. So Ricky and Ronnie, as awesome as they were, like Ricky.
What about Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison?
They're dope, but we got Jalen Ramsey and Fuller. We good there. You know, because that's what we think about it. We're talking about getting Calais Campbell possible. You know what I mean? You know, we need somebody to put somebody on the ground. Zach Thomas putting him on the ground. You know what I mean? And Jason too. What?
So last year, right? Almost forgot the important part last year's season. You have two trophies: one participation trophy, and then we have the MVP for offense and defense. So the offense MVP, and then the participation trophy, which is the opposite of the MVP. You know what I'm saying? Who on offense gets the MVP award for last year?
Offensive MVP is Tyreek. It's Tyreek. What he did was pretty crazy before he got hurt, and we went, and as he went, so did we go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once he started limping around and dropping balls, we weren't shit. So it was Tyreek. We needed him. Without him, we weren't shit. We didn't do it. We didn't go hard. Defensive MVP. Why am I thinking? Why am I? Was it Jalen? Was it Long? I don't know. Was it Ramsey? Because Ramsey came late, right? Shit. Chubb had. I think it was Chubb.
Chubb, yeah,
Chubb was the fifth. Chubb was the fifth MVP last year. Chubb before he got Chubb was doing it. I was proud of him. I was like, yo, I can't, but yo, you know what I mean? I didn't think he was going to bring it to that level again, and he did.
What'd you think of the Hard Knocks episode?
I love Hard Knocks. I was happy as hell for that. That was awesome. End season, like, come on, man, that was great. With a coach like Mike McDaniel, come on, that was beautiful, bro. That was lit. But well, kind of, I wonder if it would be a distraction, but it wasn't really that. And you know, and also be the fact that when Jalen Phillips got hurt, bro, that shit, like, I don't know, watching that and how how overcoming with emotions he was. You couldn't help but be overcome emotions yourself. That shit was great, man. It's great team.
Even the Jerome Baker, I think, was kind of because he got injured.
Yeah.
But he's in Seattle now. I think it's kind of like a trade. We got their middle linebacker.
Thank you, Chubb. Yeah, people thought we was gonna win. Yo, it's crazy. Everybody was hurt, bro. We got Justin Houston and fucking Bruce Irvin off the couch with Melvin Ingram just to play in a playoff game out of nowhere, minus 33 degree weather, and people are mad about how we lost. Expectations are motherfuckers, man.
I mean, yeah, man. What do you think of this new defensive coordinator that we got?
I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but I know I'm happy for the team because we don't gotta go through what Fangio's garbage. He lost us that Houston game with that passive ass fucking matchup zone shit he be wanting to run, and that just wasn't the. He didn't have. He knew before the season started. He didn't have the personnel to really run that, and he was hard headed about it, and he cost us at the end. So I want to see us do more with what we do, and I think Anthony Weaver brings that to the table.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot more blitz. I think we're gonna be a lot more aggressive because his philosophy was he didn't want to blitz because unless he had to.
That shit it was crazy.
I think he did a pretty good job.
It was crazy to see. It was crazy to see niggas come out and right after Fangio got sent off, come out with the kick rocks. That shit was wild work. For real. Kick rocks, get out of here. And I was like, yeah, get out of here. For real. I felt that. I felt the team. I knew it. I felt it.
So you think the defense is going to take a step up or step back?
A step up. Because X wasn't who X used to be. You know what I mean? As much as we love Xavier Howard, he's been on decline for a while, and that groin issue was still a groin issue. He couldn't run like he used to. So we have an upgrade at corner now. You know what I mean? Like, we have upgrades at linebacker now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got depth at the edge. We lose to Christian Wilkins, but we got some depth, and we still got Zealand. So it's gonna be, you know. Now instead of what we're gonna miss at Christian Wilkins making those plays, is we're gonna make up for in stability with people, you know what I mean? Somebody being where they're supposed to be within their assignment. So it's gonna be all right.
That's what's up. Yeah. I mean, he is by nature a defensive line coach, so I think he's gonna help with the young
Tart, get busy.
Yeah. Revitalize some of these all right, now, so what are you working on? You mentioned earlier on the other one is that you're doing some music now.
Yeah, I was working on a compilation where I have like I've been doing nothing but singles since I put out my last album in 2015-16. I've been doing a lot of singles, so I'm gonna compile all the singles that I've been doing since then, which are a lot of dance records, a lot of Caribbean things, and I'm gonna add like 4 songs to it and create an album and drop it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Ty Bless the Hype Man, because my role, I do a lot of I get asked to feature on a lot of dance music singers records that might hype them up and stuff. So I have a lot of that. So I want to make an album that features that. Feel me?
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. Being that you're in the hip hop industry, right? You always do a Mount Rushmore. Who is your hip hop Mount Rushmore? What would your hip hop Mount Rushmore look like?
Rappers and producers, or just rappers, or just figures?
Rappers, just the rappers. Old school, new school, doesn't matter.
Just the rappers?
Yeah.
Nas. Snoop. People sleep on Snoop. Snoop is like the biggest rapper ever, probably, right? Nas, Snoop.
What's up? Hey, Fred. What's up, Fred? Hey, this is another Jersey cat in the house. Fred Dunlap. What's going on?
Nas, Snoop, KRS-One.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And my 4th guy. Oh man, Nas, Snoop, KRS.
No Tupac or Biggie?
Huh?
No Tupac or Biggie?
I would like to say them, but they're from Nas's era. They and Pac is under Snoop's era as far as what representing the West, even though he's from my neighborhood in Spanish.
So you won't add Diddy? No,
nah, he's not a rapper. I don't know, he's an executive. I'm not consider him a rapper. But I would probably put Dr. Dre next to him. But you know what? But we got Snoop, so Snoop is represented for the left. Because as far as being the most recognizable person in hip hop, that's Snoop Dogg. Period. Point blank. So,
by the way, this is I'm sorry, this is funny as hell. I know you're trolling, Michael K. I know you're trolling Eazy-E from the 2 Live Crew.
What'd he say?
He said Eazy-E from the 2 Live Crew. I know he's trolling.
Don't play, they repping.
I'm saying no, Eazy-E is not 2 Live Crew. Just saying. I grew up in South Florida listening. I grew up on 2 Live Crew music.
I'm trying to think who my last one is. I don't want to go back and be like, no, I'm going to change it to him later. And I know, normally I would say Jay-Z, right?
Let's get them. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, please hit the like button, man. What's up,
I would say
man?
Jay-Z, but
he's a fellow Hurricane fan, by the way.
You know why? I'm not gonna say Jay-Z because Nas. To me, Nas made 6 albums over the last 3 years. And to me, he passed Jay-Z with that. With those 2 trilogies, the Magic trilogy and the King's Disease trilogy, that body of work made him pass Jay-Z for me. Plus he got him with Ether, right? So that's in history. So, and Jay-Z stopped after 444. And to me, Nas has opened up different avenues of possibilities for rappers when they get to a certain age to talk about what they're doing now. It's not he ain't talking about no old stuff, the same old bullshit, self-destructive stuff. He's talking about grown stuff, and it's dope. You know what I mean? So that's why Nas is one. I'm gonna give it to Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, okay.
Because he has the South needs representation. That's
Right.
one. And if you look around, everybody with the long dread, the face tats, they all got that from Lil Wayne. He was that big, huge.
Yeah.
So Nas, KRS-One for the overall majority of what hip hop is that it is supposed to embody. Snoop Dogg for visibility, recognizability, global recognition. People recognize Snoop anywhere in the world, and Lil Wayne for the South, and because that's a big part of what hip hop is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
see, mine. I'm gonna be sure of my age. Mine will be Luke.
that's what's up.
I was Luke or JT Money, because JT Money is my favorite rapper. Hence, that's why I named Shake Money. So it's gonna be
I
Luke.
love that shit. That shit was
Luke.
dope. I love bass music. I love that shit.
KRS-One.
Yeah.
Right. LL is an honorable mention, by the way. LL Cool J is definitely an honorable mention, but
Definitely for me
Luke,
too. That's like the homie.
Luke, KRS-One, Master P, because I think the South the South movement really took off. I think he was the catalyst for that. I know we had Outkast and some other guys from the South, like the Goody Mob, but I think the South really blew up after Master P.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Master P, and I'm gonna say Tupac for the West Coast.
That's
It's either Tupac or definitely, like he said, Eazy-E from
the reason why
NWA.
the reason why I gave Snoop the nod over Pac is because Pac is from East Harlem, bro. He grew up in my neighborhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. It's wild, man.
You could say Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, he was a rapper producer. Dr. Dre, he made a lot of things possible, man.
Dr. Dre deserves it because he made Snoop possible. So him and Dre, for me, they're interchangeable. Snoop and Dre, they're the same.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
You can't have one without the other.
So yeah. I think especially what was, like, for instance, one of my favorite songs for football, like if you ever see football videos, whatever, T.I. Motivation, that was one of my favorite joints for, like, to do montages, NFL montages with. Motivation. Remember that song, Motivation, from T.I.?
Yep.
T.I., man, I mean, there's so many good rappers now. I mean,
T.I. got a bunch of high energy records that they know that leads to that, like a big things popping and little things. You got shit like that. That shit is get it. That shit gets you hyped. You know what I'm saying?
So if you were a game day, like for instance, if you to play Madden or to get hyped, what's your number one song in the hip hop genre to get you hyped, to get you pumped? Like, say you got a big task ahead of yourself, or a big jog, or big run. What's the song that gets you hyped the most?
Oh man, I have a lot of them, man. I don't know why, but remember when in Any Given Sunday, they played DMX, my niggas. You don't do this for me, baby. That shit. I love that. That's crazy. Anything by DMX, I think. DMX, that it would be a DMX moment.
I mean, yeah, man. Hip hop has gone a long way since what was that? Since the Fabulous Five and the
What's Kendrick Lamar's boy though from the West Coast? Oh man, Jay. I think it's Jay something.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of? By the way, what do you think of this? I'm like I said, I'm not really into the hip hop like I used to be. What do you think of this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef that's going on?
I think it's orchestrated by the industry to get people's minds and the taste buds away from stripper rap. It was a way to get stripper rap and put it to the background, and they did. They were successful. Think about it. Sexy Red and Cardi B and all those girls was. That's all we were hearing for the last 3 years, bro.
Michael K, I love you, man.
You know what I mean?
So you mean Ice Cube or was in Run DMC? Yes, that's what the C stands for, Ice Cube. Oh man, I love you, Michael K. That's my man. Listen, one thing about Michael K, he trolls a lot, but one thing he always supports me, even though Buffalo fan. He's a Buffalo fan. He's a big I got nothing but love for that dude, man. I can't wait to go to a Buffalo game in person with him and rep my Dolphin gear. So yeah, man. Shout out to Michael K, man. Appreciate you. Nothing
I hear
but
Michael K. When I hear his
man.
name, right? That's the New York Yankees yes announcer. When I hear Michael K, I always think that's the first thing that comes to my head.
Yeah, so my Mount Rushmore will be Dr. Dre,
Luke,
KRS-One, and Master P.
That's good. I like that. That's respectable.
Like I said, man, Master P doesn't get a lot of the credit that he deserves, because if it wasn't for think about this, Cash Money took off because people were looking for more artists in New Orleans.
No. Yeah.
And then I think one of the things that helped No Limit go to the next plateau was when they signed Mystical. It was already transcending up, but as soon as they signed Mystical, that's when I think No Limit took off. You have No Limit had Soldier Slim, Amia X, Moby Dick,
the Shaka.
So, I'm sorry. He's a song killer.
Oh, come on, It Ain't My Fault was popping. Oh,
listen. Every time I listen to like True, like
fault.
remember they did it was a group True. It was him, C Murder,
yeah,
Whenever I would listen to C Murder's verse, I'm like, yeah, I'm bumping, and then I'll listen to Master P. I'm like, yeah, and then all of a sudden Silk the Shocker came on. I'm like, it brought the song to a screeching halt. We all know that the reason Silk the Shocker was on No Limit because he was Master P's brother. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it.
I remember the hype song I was stuck on. It was called J-Rock Win.
He was. I think Silk the Shocker was the first mumble rapper before mumble rapper was popular.
You think so?
Yeah. And then of course, I have some honorable mentions. You got Eminem, should be an honorable mention. Bone Thugs and Harmony should be an honorable mention.
That's effects.
A Q-Tip. What was the group that Q-Tip was in? What was that group? Q-Tip and Barney.
A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, Tribe Called Quest.
Greatest group ever. Tribe Called Quest. Yes. That's my favorite ever. I love them. Those are my people. I ride for Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, De La Soul. Those are I ride for them. Heavy. Native tongue.
So, if you could see any you had a chance to see any of the rappers that you have in your Mount Rushmore in their prime in concert, which one would it be?
KRS-One. KRS-One, easy. None of them could mess with KRS-One on stage. None of them. Nobody. None of them.
What about Eminem?
Eminem is dope. I like Eminem.
Would you think? I'm saying, if Eminem and KRS-One was to go into a battle rap, would you think that would
a battle rap? Yeah, and the battle rap, Eminem is gonna eat pretty much anybody. He's just a wordsmith.
And by the way, KRS-One was the original battle rapper.
But I'm, but if it's about substance, KRS-One will rip him a new asshole.
Yeah, KRS-One was
if it's about just rap skills and all the tricks and all that, Eminem is it's nuts.
But KRS-One was the original battle rapper though.
Yeah.
Him, Kumo D had him and LL Cool J.
But honestly, he was. You can't really say that he was the one. first commercial battle rapper, because that was going on
You're on
behind the
point
scenes.
5.
That was the battle was a part of the whole hip hop movement going, bringing it to the forefront in the first place. That was happening with the groups. Like the Force MDs used to be the Force MCs, and you had Cold Crush, and you had Fantastic. You know what I mean? You had all these other groups, the Crash Crew, all of them. They would go to Harlem Roll, and they would be battling each other. You know what I mean? So that was always there. Treacherous 3, you know what I mean? Furious 5, you know what I'm saying? Fantastic 4, like Funky 4 plus one more. Like, it goes back to that. That's the original schools of hip hop.
What was the best concert you've been to? I know you've been to a few concerts, right?
Shit, I've been a part of.
All right, let me ask you that. What was the best concert you've been to, and what was the best concert you've been a part of?
We did the Garden. One time we did the Garden, and that was pretty dope. And we was like we were like last, because I don't know if people know, I'm also was a part of the member of the group K7, the Swing Kids, too, before I started doing my own stuff. And we did a lot of huge shows. The Garden, doing the Garden was crazy. I was a part of the Salt and Pepper and R. Kelly tour. That tour was nuts. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, Salt and Pepper, man. Don't forget MC Light. If you're talking about female hip hop, you got MC Light, you got Queen Latifah, you have Missy Elliott. One thing I liked about Missy Elliott, she was able to do everything: sing, rap, you name it, she did it. The Brat.
I love Brat. I love Brat, man. The MC Little Kim, Undisputed, Foxy Brown.
Yeah, okay. Best concert was Iron Maiden opening for Black Sabbath in '86. Hell yeah! I mean, I listened to everything.
My best concert
I don't
was
just do hip hop. So
I think it was the Summer Jam. I would think probably something in Summer Jam with Jay-Z. I was there. I was at the Source Awards when Suge Knight went on stage and he was dissing Diddy. I was there that day. I was at the Summer Jam when Jay-Z went after Nas and Mobb Deep. I was there that day. Those are crazy days. Those are crazy days, yo.
So when Suge Knight said what he said, how was the actual crowd?
Yo, it was almost a riot in there, yo. The energy was wild in there. I thought somebody was gonna die that night, dog. I'm serious. There was a lot of disrespect going on, yo. Let me tell you something. That East Coast West Coast beef was real, okay? And you felt it, how real it was that night, and it was in the Madison Square Garden Theater underneath. It was in there, and it was wild, bro. Mad unorganized, mad crazy. It was wild. Niggas running out on other niggas on it while it was performing.
Do me a favor, be careful with the N-word, because we
sorry.
flagged on that YouTube.
I'm sorry. My bad. That's the New Yorker be coming out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what it was. Like, that energy was. It was like violence was about to pop off that day. Yeah. And, but what we didn't know as fans at the time, but that they were clashing behind the scenes, and people were dropping, like, people that weren't famous behind the scenes were getting hit up. You know what I mean? And, it just grew into a big all-out war, and it was sad, being honest, because they used to all be crew, all of them. Puff, Diddy, rather, and Tupac, Biggie, they were all cool. That's crazy.
And what do you did you think that accusation that Tupac Biggie knew who shot Tupac was true?
That Biggie knew? No. I don't think Biggie had no idea.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, see, what happened was the day he got shot. There was a in the book that they wrote. He's one of his transcripts that he said before he got in the elevator, he saw little C's.
Oh! You talk about the first time?
Yeah,
the first time. Big that was he didn't intend for that to happen to him. That was some other. That was just shady dudes hanging around.
Yeah, but
that he was hanging around.
The thing was, he says he didn't blame Biggie for doing it, but he felt like he knew who did. Biggie knew who did it and wouldn't tell him.
Right.
That's where the disconnect was.
That's probably true.
You know,
That's probably true. That part's
and it,
probably true. And
and
but
it didn't
you know,
help that it
but
didn't help that he
people don't
came
know
out with a song.
it was also part-time retaliation for the sexual assault, the SA charge he had at the time. You know what I mean? People forget that he was
But
just
it
out
also
of
didn't
jail.
help when Biggie put that song "Who Shot You."
Yeah,
Right
that
afterwards,
was
it was a good song though.
that was it was recorded before that all that happened, but it was just the timing was crazy. It was crazy. If you
Kind of
listen to that beat,
serendipitous, you know.
it's the same beat that's on Mary J. Blige's her interlude with Keith Murray. It's the same beat. So Biggie had did that a while before that came out, but they dropped it just to antagonize the situation. Diddy did.
I mean, yeah, man. I look at the end of the day, people sold a lot of records, and it just came to a tragic end. You know what I mean? Between both Biggie and Tupac.
There's a lot of crazy shit. A lot of crazy things that it goes down in the music industry, man. And anytime that a rapper goes down, somebody gets paid a lot. You know what I mean? Like they're commodities, they're company entities, and trust me, they're insured. Feel me? So you gotta be careful. You know what I mean? You understand what your worth is, and when they think that you want to get away from them, sometimes it doesn't go well for you. You know, it didn't go well for Prince. It didn't go well for Michael Jackson. I mean, we could go on and on.
No doubt, man. But yeah, man, listen, I'm sorry for the listeners to go off on this music tangent. This is the blender. So we you know what I'm saying, like I said, the theme today was music, So before we wrap this up, man, and once again I appreciate you for coming on and showing me love. And again, thanks for the fire intro, man. If y'all haven't heard, let me play this intro one more time, man.
Shake.
And then we'll wrap this up.
Shake. Shake, yeah. Shake. Shake money in the place. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender was shaking his friends. We're gonna talk about the Fins again. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender was shaking his friends. We're gonna talk about the Fins again. Yeah. Is you a fan or a troll? Are you trying to wish us good? Trying to take control. Bringing problems to the hood. What takes your soul? Miami Dolphins bring the wood. Super Bowl is the goal. Tyreek Hill. I'm trying to kick it with Shake. You gotta be a real fan. No pretenders and fakes. We're gonna open up the line. Come correct with your takes. If you step into us blind, we're gonna show you the way. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender with Shake and his friends. We're gonna talk about the Fins again. Miami plays, Miami days in the blender with Shake and his friends. We're gonna talk about the Fins again. Never want the season to end. Mix it up a little with gin. And I remember when I knew that the Dolphins would win. Yeah, rockin' with Shake, rockin' with Shake. Let's go. I never want the season to end. Never mix it up a little with gin. That's right. Pass it off to one of my friends. Yeah, rockin' with Shake, rockin' with Shake. Larry K, what up? Phin-Addicts. TFTG, the tailgate. Miami Dolphins, baby. What up, Lou? Shake money. Crypto, check it. Me? God bless y'all. Miami Dolphins #1. And we out. Miami Dolphins football, the greatest football team. We push the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. Respect us.
Hell yeah. I like how you ended it. Expect us. Kind of like 2 on.
We had 2 on. Expect us.
So, man, appreciate you, man. Before we right here, what is the Mount Rushmore? The Miami Dolphins Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be players. It could be coach, owner, whoever you want.
Well, it's gonna be players, man. They don't want to put their lives on the line, man. It's a gladiator sport, so it's gonna have to be players, right? For me, it's gonna be Marino, Jason
Taylor.
Marino, Jason, Zonka. Almost said it. and the next one's gonna be a prediction. Tua. Yep.
Okay.
Reno, Jason,
It's
Johnson.
from Mount Rushmore. So explain to me about the just like how you did with the rappers. What went into this Mount Rushmore?
It's just those. That's the people that had the most impacted me and kept me as a diehard fan over these past few years. Seb Zonka is just out of respect, because he's the one who won us those championships, right? He was the main plug for us winning those championships, right? But Marino's, he made me like the Dolphins, period. That's to be, he made me like football, period. Jason Taylor, he stepped in and became a force from the other side of the ball. And he wore that 99. 99, if that's the street I live on and I grew up on in New York, 99th Street. You know what I mean? So that was Jason Taylor. And then Tua, because I think he's gonna bring us a championship. And it's gonna be something, it's gonna be a lifetime accomplishment for a lot of us who's been Dolphins fans for all these years and never seen us win a championship. So,
and before we got out of here, I know you're a Canes fan, right?
Yeah.
If you could put your favorite Miami Hurricane on this next year's roster, which one would it be of all time?
My favorite Cane, my favorite Cane of all time is Michael Irvin. You know that, and that's Michael Irvin. Like number 47 was nobody. He was nobody to play with. Like he was unreal, Michael Irvin, when he was with Miami. But I would probably put Devin Hester on the team.
Kick return.
I'll put Devin Hester. Oh, you know what? What we need right now? Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
We lost. I'm saying I put Warren Sapp maybe since we lost Wilkins. We have Warren Sapp instead. I put all of them on there. I love those dudes, man. I love Steve Walsh, back in the Steve Walsh days, the Testaverde days, Erickson days. Come on, man. Gino Toretta days, Lamar Thomas. Come on, bro. I love, man. Perriman, Brian, Benny Blades. Those are my people. I love that. You know what I mean? Armstead, Barrow, the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Rohan Marley. Man, we had Rohan Marley, bro. Lauryn Hill, baby daddy, played for us, yo. Number 2, I'll never forget him, yo. For real. Bernard Clark, George Meyer Jr., Sean Taylor, Ed Reed.
Ray Lewis, BMCD said Ray Lewis would be nice right about now.
Yeah, Ray Lewis would be great right now. Shit, Ray Lewis would be fantastic at any time. We had Miami had some big time athletes, man. Russell Maryland, serious, man.
But hey, man, listen, I appreciate
Jerome
everybody.
Brown, rest in peace, huh?
Yes. Who's that? The safety.
Jerome Brown? Jerome Brown, number 99. He was the defensive.
And the other one too, Sean Taylor, rest in peace, Sean Taylor.
Yeah, I said 21. Of course. You know what I mean? Al Blades, Brian Blades, the Blades, all the Blades. Brett Perriman, Lamar Thomas.
But
man. The Hurricanes, Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, Edgerrin James, Highsmith.
Hey, Frank Gore Jr. went to Buffalo. So
Conley.
Frank Gore Jr. and Brian Cox Jr. went to Buffalo. That's crazy.
Wild. That's wild.
But any final thoughts before we get out of here, man? And by the way, I want to appreciate BMMCD, of course, Michael K, IMAX, Fred Dunlap, Crypto. I appreciate y'all for coming through and engaging with us. And
Crypto, what up?
So, hey, check this out. After this show at 9:00, I am going over to the Fins tailgate. We're going to do an open panel there. Y'all more than welcome to come kick it with us there, kick with me there. I don't know what you got to do, but you know what I'm saying? Any final thoughts, man, before we head out, man? And once again, Thank you for making some time for me, man, and give us some of these stories, man, especially on the hip hop front.
My final thoughts is it's weird, and I'm starting to realize what the divide in the Miami Dolphin fan base is, and I think it's Hurricane fans are angry, thinking that the Miami Dolphins are being invaded by Alabama fans who really don't care about the Dolphins; they just care about Tua. And I'm starting to really understand the dynamics. But at the end of the day, we got to find a common ground and start being positive and start thinking positive things about this team, or you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say a lot of people taking receipts. And if you're hating on your own team, that's not fandom. That's critique. You become a critic. If everything out of your mouth is something negative about your favorite team, and we just went 11-6, you're a critic now. You're not a fan anymore. So just understand that. That's all I care. I care about the Miami Dolphins. If they trade Tua, it's the next quarterback up. That's gonna be my. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be more. I'll be focused on our team no matter what. I wouldn't care. I would give a rat's ass on what Tua's doing with the next team. That's just me. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm a Miami Dolphin fan to the heart. But I support our quarterback, and I think we have a great one coming up. Seriously.
Well said, man. Well said, man. If you want, stick around backstage. There's a few questions before we go. And all
right.
Appreciate you, man. And fins up, everybody. Like you said, fins up no matter what.
Continuity, finally. Let's
Hell
go.
Yeah. To the playoffs, baby.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.